everyone. I'm Gabe, the Flash. Hi, everyone. My name's Darren. Hi, I'm Brandon. And it's me, Uncle Nasty. You know, the Wizard Man. And what's up, cave dwellers? As you see, it's just me by myself today. It's Uncle Nasty show, so everybody had more important things to do. They left me here with you guys. Before we start off today and I tell you what we got going on, let's thank our sponsor, rpghiring.com. Big thanks to our sponsor. You know, we couldn't do it without them. So everything that we do to make you guys laugh and all the gifts that we bring you guys, it's all because of rpghiring.com. Building people, changing lives.com. Anyhow, we're going to get right to the topic of today, and it is a Pokemon subject today. And we've got a cool interview that happened at the Collecticon. It was the PokeCon. They changed the name, I almost messed up, that we went to in Dallas, Texas. And Gary, King Pokemon, was nice enough to sit down with us and do an interview. And he even let out a few little secrets that a lot of you guys might not know. If you don't know who he is, he was on the History Channel TV show Pawn Stars, and it was a viral clip because he walked in with what at that time would have been about $400,000 worth of Pokemon cards, and that same briefcase today is worth way more than that. So without any further ado, here's mine and Mr. Gary King Pokemon's interview at Collecticon. Hey everybody, this is Gabe Cave. This is Uncle Nasty. I've got Gary. Y'all probably know him as King Pokemon. Yes. Gary, you have the most elaborate Charizard collection out of anybody on the planet. Is that true?
Yeah, that's very safe to say.
Very safe to say?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And this started for you and your family, was it 1999?
Yeah, I started a bit with the Japanese with Media Factory in Japan in 1998.
Okay.
And then brought it over to the United States in English. And since then, I've been collecting the Charizards and that. So
what would you say to people that are getting in and their dream is to have one of those really elaborate cars that are so hard to, what would you say to those people?
Well, I believe it's a process. I believe you start with, something that you enjoy and you move up. Today I saw tons of our friends with PSA 5s, PSA 6s, building up to PSA 7s. I believe it's a process. You just don't jump in with 2 feet and expect it to happen. It takes a bit of work. You basically trade up, is the way to do it. Mm-hmm.
It takes a lot of passion too.
Absolutely.
It's not always about the money.
No, it's not. No.
And if you don't love what you're doing, you're wasting your time.
Right. Yeah. From my first Charizard, my first PSA 10 Charizard, 22 years ago to this day, every single card has a story. Every single card holds its own memory. You can pull one out and put it in my hand. I can tell you all about it. So every single one. I didn't go to somebody and buy 10 PSA 10 Charizards. Right. What I did is every single one I earned, every single one I worked for, every single one I built up, and every single one had its own story, and they all, just mean the world to me. That's why it's very rare for me to sell them.
I was sitting at the house the other day before this, and I watch a lot of History Channel, and the rerun come on, and I remember seeing it years ago when you first walked in there with that case, and I got to see the rerun, and I thought it was funny because now I'm getting to talk to you today, and I just think about like how big a oof that was that those people didn't realize.
Yeah.
And I understand they're a pawn shop, they're into a quick flip.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you didn't.
Well,
that they said no.
Do you want to know the real story?
I do, actually, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you the real story. It was set up for me to be there. The producers contacted me. It was 2016, October, just after Pokemon Go had come out in February, rejuvenated the hobby. Pokemon was very hot, and a lot of people were trying to feed on that, and so including Pawn Stars. And I live in Las Vegas. They all live in Las Vegas. We're basically neighbors.
Right.
The producers contacted me to get involved and bring in a bunch of stuff. They wanted to take advantage to the hype, to what was going on.
Yeah.
But the other part of the story is the negotiation was 100% real. So yes, I was set up to go there, but once I got together with Rick and Chumley, it was the real deal. I asked for $500,000. The fair market at the time was maybe $400,000, because the last thing I wanted to do was sell my Charizard collection.
Right.
And so Rick never paid over market for anything in his life, believe me.
Right.
I mean, he gets a discount at Starbucks, right?
Right,
so
right.
He's not going to pay extra money for those. So I knew I was safe by asking for that amount. And then they got an expert in, the fellow from Rogue Toys in Las Vegas. They have like 3 stores. A smart kid.
Yeah.
And he was on the premises the whole time. It's not like they called the expert and then the expert came a few hours later and I hung around. He was already there, but
Movie magic.
Yeah, movie magic. Yeah, but it's legit.
Right.
When you're talking to him, and I didn't talk to him beforehand, so yeah. So anyway, that was really the true story about that. And of course he didn't even make an offer. The expert said $390,000. And I still, and Rick still didn't make an offer. I can tell you fair market value today for that exact lot that I was asking $500,000 and the expert valued at $390,000 today is over $10 million.
Ooh.
Honest to God's truth, today's market value.
Oh, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it.
It's true.
And I'm a collector, not of Pokemon, but of other stuff.
Me
so
too. Yeah.
I love it when the things that I'm passionate about,
Mm-hmm.
I see the people that have them are the guys that have the big heart, that are genuine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to see those arrogant people that have those, awesome, so
Mm-hmm.
like, even though Pokemon's not really my thing, when you go to look into you and you see your videos and how you talk about this community and how you talk about your collection and how you talk about what it means to you and your family and when y'all did it together,
Yes.
like, it makes me happy that you are the guy that has that $10 million collection.
Right. Well, thank you. It does mean the world to me. And the only shift I've had, 6 years ago, we had another child born, a little girl who was born with autism. And my focus for 20 years was on improving the Pokemon hobby, as being a representative and spokesman and anything I could do. I never said no to anybody who asked for, an interview or a card shop appearance or something. It was basically my whole world along with my business, my working. And then when that little girl was born in 2014 with autism, my focus shifted where that became my priority. And maybe like Steve Aoki and I have a charity,
Yes.
the Aoki Foundation, and now half of my energy goes towards that foundation, and how it benefits the autistic community. And I'm using this Pokemon work, to benefit that now, and it's been successful. We have a box in his hand. No, just that. This box, I want to tell you something about the Pokemon community,
Okay.
if I can.
Yes, please do.
And its benefit to autism. This box, this is the dumb money box. The guys who opened up a fake box, $378,000, and got it replaced with a box that was legitimate. And that is this box. Well, that fella, Chris from Dumb Money, it was a financial channel.
Okay.
He was here yesterday. He gave me this box, $378,000 box. Had never met me before, put it in my hand and gave it to me to sell the packs with Steve Aoki on a live stream this year, with 100% of the proceeds going to autism. He gave me what is now a $500,000 box. Every nickel of this is going to the charity. So what does that tell you?
Dude, that's
this community. We had another fellow donate a $50,000 box where they're not taking anything back. He's not taking a nickel back. Every penny goes to the charity. So that's what this community is all about, and that's really what I'm focused on now, is what can I do by using maybe the little bit of notoriety I have, in Pokemon. How can I use that to help our foundation? And it's all about that for me. So I wish my wife and little girl was here so you could see her.
Right.
She's the face of autism. Oh, I'm not wearing that shirt. She's the face of autism, the little 6-year-old, where Steve and I are on posters with her picture between our heads where we're looking at her. I mean, for me, that's where my focus is now. I love my collection. There's a lot of it in there, and that, but where I can benefit the Aoki Foundation, that's what it's.
Well,
what
Gabe's
I'm doing.
Cave, we're family friendly.
Yes.
This channel started because of kids.
Yes.
And Gabe, the host, is actually 16 years old.
Oh.
He went through a tough time when he was younger. He was kind of bullied. Gabe's Cave actually started with his dad, the guy that's sitting back here on the computer.
Oh, okay.
And they would sit in the loft in their house, and they would just record just for them to help Gabe get out of his shell.
Wow.
And a sponsor who is amazing picked us up and said, it's not just Gabe that needs help, run with this. So that's where Gabe's Cave, that's where we stand. And
you see that? Yeah. There's a lot of similarities there.
I'm a veteran of the U.S. military. So is one of the other guys back here. My son is also special needs. He's nonverbal. He's had seizures since the day he was born. So, like, when you see guys like yourself and when y'all do things like that and y'all have that ability, that touches my heart.
Right. Well, you know something. The way I look at it, every $25 that comes in, and that's a lot of $25 right there.
Yeah.
Gives a therapy session for a kid who would not have that session and have the benefits of that session for the rest of their life. So it just takes things like that. And I really feel, because of my influence, I've been able to almost make autism the charity of the Pokemon world. And maybe something else you might not know, and that is the creator of Pokemon, Satoshi Tajiri, is autistic.
I didn't know that.
I can tell you something. Pokemon, which is the biggest franchise in the history of the world, the biggest media franchise in the history of the world, would not exist without autism. So how impressive is that?
That is.
So because of that, getting that out to the world, and with the increase in popularity of Pokemon, I really believe that Steve and I have, made this autism the official charity of the Pokemon world, and so.
Well, that's exciting. I mean, to know that not only you, but all these other people that can make a difference. Y'all picked something, and y'all are gonna stand with it.
Right.
And like I say, I'm blessed to be able to be a part of this and to do what I do.
Very, very much so.
Every con we come to, there's at least one kid that makes me cry.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's that one kid.
Me too. We had big lines of people to get autographs and take pictures with us tonight, yesterday and today. We always had the area, with the handicapped kids, where of course they can't get up on stage. And I mean, I did not take a single picture where tears didn't come to my eyes every single time. It just means the world. It just means the world to me to improve their lives. in that. And like I said, she's a bit high functioning, but our daughter is autistic.
Right.
In that I personally drive to 12 therapy sessions a week.
Yes.
I take her myself. King Pokemon, right? Takes her myself 12 sessions a week. And I mean, she's just doing so well. Her life is getting better. In fact, the way this started, lady, Ms. Hernandez, whose son went to a whole bunch of the similar time therapies at all the different places, wasn't there one week, and the next week she wasn't there again, and the next week she wasn't there again. I finally asked, where's Ms. Hernandez and her son? Justin was the name. And they said, well, the insurance, it was during COVID thing, the insurance lapsed and they couldn't, arrange the sessions. I said, there's no way. I'm sorry, I get...
It's all right, sir.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Boy, there's no way that can be right. There's no way that her and her son weren't there, and that because of that. And so I said that had to be, something had to be done about that. And I started researching it, seeing what can I do, to get a charity started. I had quite a bit of popularity, so I know I'd be able to help in some way. And so what were the steps I'd have to take? And I started researching, and it was just brutal. The paperwork, the hoops you had to jump through to accomplish that. And it turned out Steve Aoki was a friend of mine.
Okay.
And we were, I was helping him with his DJing. No, not really.
Okay.
We were just talking, and I told him about the trouble I was having getting a charity started. He said, Gary, don't worry anymore. He said, you are now a part of the Aoki Foundation. He said, every single thing you do having to do with autism, you can do it through my foundation. His foundation at the time was through brain health and the effect of brain health. So kind of similar, because autism is a brain, situation. And so he said, Gary, don't worry. You are now a part of the Aoki Foundation. You do anything you want. You're totally on your own, and you can do it all through my paperwork and everything. And I mean, I was so grateful for that. And I got it started, and he started getting interested in what I was doing. And, pretty soon he was as interested in the autism side of it, and I was getting interested in the brain health side of it. And before you know it, within a month or two, he said, listen, now we're operating not only under the same umbrella, but we are the same charity. And so I went from having difficulty getting our charity started to becoming the Aoki Foundation.
Right.
I mean, how sweet it is, right? And I mean, that opened up all the doors. That young man, is extremely popular, and he can open doors for you, right?
Yeah.
And he has just done that, and he loves Pokemon, and he's a major collector. I don't know what it is. I know you collect a lot of things. I mean, he collects all types of things. He's a major collector, and especially a Pokemon collector. And so, he just opened up he just made that all possible quickly. And we got started, and we had one event during COVID towards the end of last year. We raised about $300,000.
Wow.
We have 3 big events coming up this year, including this box break for this one. And so the goal is, what my goal was last year was to raise between $50,000 and $75,000 for autism. Because of the circumstances, the way things developed, all of a sudden, we've raised almost half $500,000 now, and with what's going on this year, we'll probably be at $1.5 million. So I mean, you tell me you tell me who's in control, right?
Right.
I mean, it's just everything it seems things just fall into place sometimes, and in this case, things fell into place, and I mean, I can't tell you how fortunate I am, how happy I am and lucky I am, and how much I appreciate everything the community is doing to help me accomplish this. Half the people that came up to meet me and take pictures, half the people had something to say about thanking me for the autism side of what I was doing. Half the people, hundreds of people.
Right, you had hundreds, if
know.
not thousands.
Yeah, but I mean, that many people thanked me for autism, you know, for the work at Autism. So, I mean, it just touched a lot of hearts. And I mean, like I like to tell Steve, I said, yeah, this is going to be a great year for the Aoki Foundation, but, you know, we're not stopping here. I'm 66. And if I can do this until I'm 96, I'm going to be doing it because now this is my cause, this is my life, and I'm grateful for that. And also I'm grateful to have a wonderful wife, Autism Instruct. She's just finishing her master's this week on special education autism, and the work that she does with us and the foundation. I mean, I'm just a very grateful person because of that. And I know, you know, we weren't going to be talking about charity, but it's such a big part of me.
No. Listen, where I thought we were going to be at this point, I am way happier that I let you, because I'm telling you, like, I like for my heart to get touched.
Right.
And my heroes exist, and it's guys like you.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you saying that, and that it means the world to me that you it's like we're kindred spirits.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Sir, this is Gabe's Cave.
Right.
I would love for you to check us out.
Yes.
Send your people to check us out. We're going to TikTok these videos. I'm going to do my best to share this information with everybody I can get it to.
Right.
And it has been a pleasure, sir.
Well, thank you also very much, and I wish you a lot of success with this.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome back, Cable Maniacs. It's Uncle Nasty. I really hope you guys enjoyed that interview. Mr. Gary was a super cool dude, and he's got an awesome collection of Pokemon. This is a one-part of two-part video, so there will be another part to this. We are going to be doing an amazing giveaway for all of you guys on this video, and that is 20 winners. We are going to give 20 packs of Pokemon cards that came out of the Champions Path boxes away to you guys. We're going to open the boxes here on one of our videos. This will be for a next week video that we're going to release. We're going to open the boxes and we are going to give the packs away. We'll also be doing a break where we actually show some of the actual cards. But you heard it right, 20 winners. So the top 20 people, you're all going to get an unopened pack of Pokemon cards that came out of a Champions Path box. And I know everybody's excited about that because there is some high dollar cards in there. So that's on top of all the other things that we're going to give you as like the artist cards and the loot box. So speaking of giveaways, we have some stuff to be given away that was really about our interviews that we did. And when we were at the Gulf Coast Collectors Convention, I did 3 interviews. One interview with Ken Salinas, one interview with William Russell, and one interview with David Sanchez. If you don't know who those guys are amazing artists. And another one of our buddies, his name is Chris Hayes. He owns a comic shop, and he is also a writer, and he has written some amazing books. Some of them are really creepy, and one of them is called The Mortician. And those 3 guys that I interviewed each did a cover. And the first interview that we did is Ken Salinas. And if you want a chance to win this comic that is triple signed by Ken, Chris Hayes, the writer, and my buddy McLean McGuire, who does all the phenomenal lettering on all these comics. He does much more than that, much more than just a letterer. Great guy. But if you want a chance to win this comic right here, triple signed by those guys, go to his interview video and leave a comment, and then you'll have a chance to win this triple signed comic. Here is the William Russell version. Same rules apply. Go to the William Russell interview and comment on that video to get a chance to win this triple signed comic. The same 2 signatures other than the artist, which would be William Russell. And then here's the 3rd book, The Mortician. This is David Sanchez cover. Same thing. Just go to the video and just leave a comment underneath the interview video with David Sanchez that we did last week, and you'll be entered in to win this comic. Some really cool stuff. It's a really good story. I don't know if you'll want to open that or if you'll just want to send it straight back to Chris Hayes at Pastime Comics Collectibles, because he can verify these signatures and hopefully get you some yellow labels, because he knows he witnessed all the people sign it. And the artists actually sign these books live on the interview, so you get to see the artist sign the book. So without any further ado, let's go straight into our last week's artist that we're going to give away, and that is Candace Daly. And I am going to now find you 5 winners and a loot box. Congratulations to those 5 winners and the loot box winner. You know, dead last, we still love you. Hey, don't forget, y'all can go to our social media when you win those loot boxes and take pictures so all the other Cave Maniacs can see what's in all those cool boxes. And without any more hesitation, let's jump right into this week. Meet the artist. We got an artist here with y'all. I think y'all are going to really like this guy, Mr. Ronnie Crowther. Ronnie, how you doing, brother?
All right, thank you. All right.
So, how's your day going?
Well, I'm currently in isolation for COVID.
Oh, you have it, or you just got in contact with it?
No, I'm negative, but my son's positive, so we're all in isolation here. Been locked up for a week. We've still got another week to go yet.
Well, we're gonna be praying for your son. Everybody around here with Gabe Cave, we've all either been in contact with it or know somebody that has and had to deal with it. So it's definitely a tough situation. But I appreciate you taking time out of this while you're in quarantine to talk to me.
It was all right. That's good.
Man, well, you got some amazing cards, and I know these people are going to want to see them, and they all getting a chance to win them. Tell me what you used, what your thought process was on these 2 Buck Rogers cards, because they are cool.
Well, one of them's only Buck Rogers.
Oh, this one is?
Yeah, no, that's a Cylon. That's from Battlestar Galactica on your right.
Okay.
And the other one's Tweaky from Buck Rogers. So the one you've got your hand on is the Cylon.
Okay. What medium did you use when you did these cards?
I always use acrylic. I use acrylic on all my cards. Acrylic paint. I use it seems to be my go-to thing. It seems to be a hit with everybody, and I prefer to paint everything in do all my cards, Star Wars ones and everything.
Why did you pick these 2 guys?
I don't know. I thought from the set I'd like to do something from every era, 70s, 80s, 90s. Bit something for every generation.
We like giving artists free reign and say, hey, do it, because we get stuff like this because we've never had these guys in here before. You know what I mean? So these are new characters that our people are going to be able to win, and your style is great on them.
I remember going through them and posting them, and people were like, don't even know who they were. So it shows my age. Just turned 50, so yeah.
That's all right. Listen, there is something in here for everybody, and that is a guarantee. Everybody out there watching will find at least one card in here they are going to want to fight for. Okay, now this right here, I didn't even know who those two little guys were until just a while ago. But I'll probably say that the background and everything like this, if I could win first place and I could pick a card, this would probably be the ones that I get. And these come from Disney's Black Hole. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. Vincent and Bob. I remember watching it in the 70s, long when Star Wars came out. It's been due a reboot for God knows how long. It's been on the back burner. It's ready to remake it, although whether they get round to it or not, I don't know.
Some movies don't need a remake.
No, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
I
go
mean,
home and watch. I'm gonna have to go home and watch this movie now. Okay, now you gave me a history lesson on this guy too, and you said this guy was from Battlestar Galactica.
Yep. I did two from Battlestar Galactica, the 1977 one.
Okay,
And that was Muffet,
Muffy.
the robot dog, and
Okay,
it was actually played by a chimpanzee.
I did not know
There's a
that.
chimpanzee inside the outfit, but they gradually didn't use it as much throughout the series because it was so misbehaved and they were spending so much time wasted on production that they actually ended up getting rid of it. But yeah, it's
So you had a bad monkey running around in a
yeah,
dog suit on
yeah.
set. That's
Everybody on the
awesome.
cast hated that chimp. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah.
That's funny. Okay, now here we've got Troglodyte.
That's another one from Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger. Came out the same year as Star Wars. I was 6 at the time. Another one that stuck in my mind. And he's actually a good guy.
Yeah, looks like a bad guy, but is a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He,
He fights the saber-toothed tiger at the
yeah.
end.
And this guy right here, we have Z.
Who? Let's have
V.
a look.
V.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
miniseries from
I think I said
1983.
I think I said Z at first, but yeah, V.
V.
It's one of them last letters of the alphabet.
Yeah, I remember staying up because it was on really late when it came out here. I was at school at the time, but it was like a huge TV phenomenon. Uh, really breakthrough series, so I ended up always staying up late to watch it. But yeah, it was massive at the time. It got a reboot not long ago, but it wasn't successful.
And this you educated me on this guy too. This is Rel the Cyclops from Krull.
Yep, from Krull, yes.
Krull.
Yep. That was played by Bernard Bresslaw. He's a really big guy. He was in all the Carry On movies. He also played a giant in Hawk Slayer. I did quite a few fantasy movies. Unfortunately, they were not very successful in the 80s. Don't know why. There was quite a few Willow, Labyrinth. All them movies didn't do very well. But yeah, I loved them. I grew up with them, so that was my choice.
The color difference, and you say they're all acrylic.
Acrylic paint, yeah.
The depth, you can tell the ones that you want to bring that real depth to, and then the other ones where the characters are more right there in your face. I mean, you did a good job on these cars, bro.
The technique with it is it's just a water the acrylic down to use it more like a watercolor for the backgrounds, and it makes it more chalky. And then you use it more neat, get a more vibrant color on the actual figurine to make that definition.
No,
So
don't be
yeah,
telling all your secrets now.
I like to share.
Hey, tell me about this Spock. Now, Darren was a fan of this a while ago. He said that is a very nice Spock.
uh, I'm not really a big Star Trek fan, but it's such an iconic character, and I know there's lots of Star Trek fans out there. But yeah, I was never a Star Trek fan, but I just chose him
I'm
because
I'm not I'm not either.
it's
I'm a
sport.
Star Wars guy.
Yeah,
It's either Beatles or the Rolling Stones, Star Wars or Star Trek.
exactly. Yeah, I'd never got into Star Trek. I mean, I did like the movies, but Yeah, he's such an icon.
Now
He
we
had to be
we
done.
stepped back in time. This is one of the more colorful cards in the collection. This one's very nice too. And this is the Joker, but this is not just any Joker. This is like the OG original Joker.
Yeah, I went back to the '60s for that one. Did like a few from the '60s, and I just think he's such an iconic, another iconic character. Bit before my time, but is I remember seeing it when it was came back out on the cinema. Um, it was hated even in the '70s. Such an icon
How
on
much
that
did it
laugh.
cost? How much did it cost to get in the movies and get a bag of popcorn and a drink back then?
I don't know, but the mice that run across your feet, they got in free. So
Oh, so you was in a real classy joint watching these movies.
yeah, yeah. They never switched the heating on as well. You used to have to go in your winter clothes.
Oh wow.
That was back in the '70s.
Okay. And if I'm right, this is from the Never Ending Story, correct?
No, that's from Labyrinth.
La- Man, what?
Ludo from
I
Labyrinth.
you know,
It's David Bowie.
I could
I can't
see
believe
him
you
in the
don't know all
movie.
these films. It's
Look, I could see him in the movie and still said the wrong movie title.
uh, yeah. That's another one of the '80s sort of sci-fi fantasy films that didn't do very well, but they've got such a cult following at the moment. Well, certain people.
That's right. Yeah. It New people are falling in love with these old movies and all this
Well,
stuff
yeah,
every
I
day.
mean, hopefully you'll like the cards and you'll want to watch them, go back, revisit them. They're amazing movies.
And here we have Legend,
Legend, yeah, by Tim Curry.
Tim Curry's Legend. Yep.
Yeah, it's
And tell me about this card. Did
uh,
you it looks like you had to put a lot of detail into that face right there.
yeah. I mean, the size of the brushes I use like with few strands of hairs, just to as you gradually build up the layers, the brush size gets smaller and smaller and smaller till you get the tiny details. And then I'm looking through like I've got a pair of glasses on, and then through a magnifying lamp just to pinpoint finer details. But yeah, it's all done with paint. There's no pen or anything like that on them.
That's really good, brother. It's really good stuff. And here, I knew this was immediately. I didn't need any help with this on the Planet of the Apes card.
Cornelius from
What did you think
I
about the
watched it the other
remake?
day actually. I watched it yesterday morning while I was in my quarantine.
The
The,
original?
the yeah, the original with Charlton Heston.
Have
Such
you
a good
seen the new
movie.
ones?
Yeah, I love the new ones. Not the Tim Burton one. That was not that great, but these new ones with Andy Serkis have been amazing. I mean, they still could do another one with the because they do reference the
Yep.
astronaut leaving in the first movie, so they could continue it on. So yeah, it's yeah, I
It'd be.
love.
I'd watch it. I've got all of them.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yep.
mean, yeah, I don't see why they can't. So they can bring another set of films out when somebody comes back. The astronauts.
And here we have another colorful card, and we just saw another one, and it's awesome to see artists' different take on this guy because he's been such a popular character here lately that it seems like we get a card of his often, but that's good because he's always one of the first people picked because he's such a popular character now. But this Thanos, that's a good looking Thanos, brother.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd do one that Dan would know.
Oh, I'll do a Thanos. Everybody will know him.
Yeah. Well, it's the only one card from like the modern era I did, probably. But yeah, he's such a cool character as well. It really stuck out for me on the two films he was in. Amazing character. So yeah.
Do you think the next bad guy in the MCU is going to hold a candle to Thanos?
Uh, hopefully so. I mean, the characters seem to be getting more and more powerful. So I can imagine the bad guys are going to have to be more powerful to deal with them because you've got like the Eternals coming and Wanda. Wanda's just got like a massive amount of power. So
Did you watch the
hopefully
season finale?
yeah, yeah, it was so good.
Whew, we can't
Yeah.
talk about it. We can't talk about
No.
it. But it's ooh, yeah, it was good. It was good. I'm glad we're on the same page on that. Okay. Linda Carter's Wonder Woman.
Oh yes, I remember. Yep, she was
Now, is
one of
she
my
your Wonder
favorites.
Woman?
Pardon?
Is she your Wonder Woman?
Uh, I, I think um, what's the name does a great job with the new one. Um,
Gail.
yeah, yeah. Well, she'll always be my Wonder Woman. Yeah, I idolized her as a kid.
What did you use to make the sparkles in the white on the white lines?
It's just a bit of white glitter mixed with the varnish, and just did it on the white bits. Um, yeah, so just
Really,
I,
really
I,
sober look in her face. She's like she's staring right through you.
yeah, she's ready to give it to someone.
All right, this is
That's
the
from
last.
season one as well, because the costume changed as well. So
Oh
that
yeah.
one's from season one.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know they had a costume change. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
learned something new.
yeah. Because the first season was set during the World War, and the next season was like more in the 80s. So there was a big, massive time jump.
Everybody knows who this guy is too, though.
Yeah, yeah. So the classic, amazing movie.
Terminator.
So yeah, I thought I'd give a good variation of the through the years of all different stuff. And some unrecognizable characters that need some love and revisits. So
Yeah, absolutely. They absolutely needed some love. Any one of these cards, and I know that they can see right now, our viewers can see right now. Any one of these cards are top notch pieces of art. Like any one of them would be awesome to have in your personal collection. It wouldn't matter whether you know who they were or not, because somebody took the time and the love to put them little bitty hairs of that paintbrush down on here to make all this detail. And that's one thing that we get a lot of. You know, people don't they see the cards on the show, but then when they get them, when they receive them, they're like, wow, like they had no idea that you can't tell the detail and the amount of precise work that you guys put into these cards when you're seeing them, from 6 foot on a camera. But when you're holding it in your hand and you're looking right at it, you can tell they actually put a lot of work, a lot of passion, and everything that they do brings people these cards that they get to enjoy. So I really appreciate you sending us all these and letting us give them out.
yeah, I was glad to be part of the set. I was really happy when I got on board. Uh, Fun set to do. Probably one of the best sets I've worked on for a long while because the rain was free and wasn't tied to any specific genre or time period. And yeah, it's the most fun I've had on a set for a long while, and I've been doing sets for a good few years.
Well,
So
that's
yeah.
good, brother. I don't imagine this will be the last one you do for us.
Well, thank you very much.
Um, Tell us, is there anything you have going on that our viewers, the people that watch Gabe's Cave, where they can go see what more work you have, or are you open for commissions, those kind of things?
Uh, I've got quite a bit of backlog on commissions, so I do accept them, but I do stress that it'll be a long wait. I've had a bit of burnout lately, so I've been refusing a few sets just to catch up. Um, yeah, I'm always open for commissions if people want to get in touch. Um, Not just cards as well. I can do paintings or anything else. Um, as far as upcoming work, it's just more sets from different companies are coming out, and also, there's a book throughout. Whether I mention it. Yeah, Firefly, which has been delayed. I've got some piece in that book, and also the Halloween book, which is due out. So yeah,
Where can
that's
where
me.
where can people go see some of this stuff that you've got?
No one's coming to my house. No, I'm not having that.
I mean, an
Um,
Instagram. You got a Facebook.
yeah, just the usual on Facebook, Instagram. They're the main two, and it's dead simple to find. It's just Ronnie Crowther art. Keep it
Okay.
simple.
Do you have a dream project? If you could work on anything as far as art goes, whether it be for a cartoon show, a movie, or a comic book, or something like that.
Anything published literally is good for the artist, but I really would like to possibly do a set for tops with actually not the sketch cards, but the living sets when they ask artists to do the printed versions of the artwork. So I'd love to be able to get to that stage and be invited to work on a printed set. So,
Well, I don't see why no reason why what you got going on right now can't get you there, brother.
yeah, well, fingers crossed.
Oh
There's been
yeah.
some amazing ones in the past with a few of the artists I really admire. So hopefully,
That's right. Well, brother, look, I appreciate you coming down and giving me a lesson on some of this pop culture and teaching me some things about some of these characters that I didn't know. All these cards are great, and we really do appreciate you coming on and taking your time out and doing this. And take care of your little boy. Give him a hug from Uncle Nasty and everybody here at Gabe's Cave, and say we hope he gets better, brother.
okay.
Thank
You'll
you.
punch me if I try to hunt you.
Oh,
Okay.
whatever. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that segment of Meet the Artist. Ronnie is an amazing dude and an amazing artist. I really enjoyed that interview. Gabe, Darren, and Brandon aren't here, so I'm going to pick their favorites. And I'm going to say Brandon would definitely like this Wonder Woman. I'm going to say Gabe would definitely like this Thanos. I'm going to say, that the other two favorites of mine would probably be right there. And Darren would probably be those guys right there because I already know he talked about them. So there would probably be our favorites, but you guys get to pick your own favorites. We don't get to keep these cards. So these cards are for you guys. So you know what to do. Go to the link in the description of the video. Click on it. It's something that you'd want to do every week. And in that description, it's a simple little survey that we ask. And when we ask for your address, we do, in fact, want you to give us your physical address. We're not going to send you anything unless you win something. The only thing you're ever going to get from Gabe's Cave is gifts. And so I appreciate you guys coming on to the episode and watching. I hate that the other hosts weren't able to be here, but it's spring break, so we've got people doing things with their family on vacation. Gabe is in fact with his dad and mom, and they are in St. Louis, I do believe, right now, and they are going to be looking for some cool comic shops, so you might get some cool pictures or videos for that. I'm not real sure exactly where Darren is at this moment, but I know Brandon took his kids and his wife to go see the Ark in Kentucky. So it's just me here in little old El Dorado doing the thing at the studio. So and you know, when Uncle Nasty's running the show, things just get a little out of hand. So the sponsor just jumps on in there and thanks itself sometimes. But we really do appreciate you, RPGhiring.com. Hey, y'all come on back, watch these videos, go check out those interviews, try to win these books. We got plenty of things to give away. Don't forget, this is a part 1 of 2-part videos. Don't forget to go to the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. As always, this is Uncle Nasty. Peace.